What's up, guys? Back with another video. It's pretty late at night, so I'm gonna have to make this quick. But I haven't uploaded in a long time, and I'm not really gonna explain more. There's been a lot of stuff happening. Nothing serious, just school sucks. Yeah. So let's get into the video. Oh god. So essentially, guys, what I'll be talking about today is I've been hearing a lot recently about a lot of YouTubers, just in general, that have been basically making claims that they've made block extensions of like 12. And I know most people don't go searching for this kind of stuff, but a few days ago and over the past few weeks, I've been really interested in playing the bridge. It's actually been a game that I've almost made. Sorry, my voice is horrible right now. It's pretty late at night. Yeah. So essentially, one thing I see in a lot of these bridge videos. I'm gonna die. One thing I see in a lot of these bridge videos is that they'll say stuff like 5 block extension. Now, in all these videos, they usually have one thing in common, and that's the annoying fact that the person will go forward, get hit back, go forward and get hit back, and all the while placing blocks. Now, in my opinion, this is not a true block extension. And since that term hasn't been coined yet, that is what I'm calling it, a true block extension. Now, a normal block extension, as some people would call it, is when you get hit back, and you get hit back again. So in this case, imagine there's a player sitting here, he hits me, I go back, I go forward, and then all the while I'm placing blocks as fast as I can, and that's your average block extension, right? Well, a true block extension is different. A true block extension is when someone hits you, and you legitimately move those number of blocks back in one swoop. For example, that, technically, if I landed it, would have been a 2 block extension. Or even just this. This right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is a 7 block true extension. Now, of course, no one was hitting me. So my average speed going backwards would be somewhere around maybe 4.3 blocks per second. Probably a lot less, because I was going backwards. So essentially, that's why true block extensions should exist. But they should only exist when someone is hitting me. Another thing I've seen is I've seen a lot of people attempting to solve. Actually, no, they haven't been attempting to solve. This is my own idea. Don't give it to anyone else. I created a system of equations a few minutes ago because I wanted to figure out what CPS you would need to make these ridiculous claims if it was a true block extension. One way, one hit. Or not one hit, but like, they just keep getting hit back, but they're not moving forward, they're just chilling. Like, if I was landing on the edge here, someone hit me off, bam, 2 block extension. So here's my system of equations. I have D, which is the total distance I have to go backwards, multiplied by, not multiplied by. So I would have D equals 5.6, which is the starting running speed when you just start sprinting like that. That is 5.6 blocks per second. It changes when you strafe, so we're just going to pretend that strafing doesn't exist. You would do minus 3, because minus 3 is the basically average number of blocks that you'd go back. In this, I'm considering all the noobs that hit you back 1 block by just hitting you like this, and not the pros that can hit you back 8 blocks, like Syphilophagus, who's a well-known Minecraft YouTuber, who by W-tapping, A-tapping, and D-tapping can basically hit you back like 20 blocks. So let's just use 3 in this example, because I'd say 3 blocks is still a reasonable amount. Now, this one is where it's going to get a little bit crazy. Let's say that your average bridge player has a CPS of 10. It's not really that outlandish, right? I mean, right now I'm normal clicking. I'm not doing anything special, and I'm getting about 10, right? So if that player is hitting you back at 10 CPS, and you are going at 5.6 blocks per second going up, that would be 5.6 minus 3 times 10 equals D. 3 times 10 is 30. 5.6 minus 30 is equal to 24.4, I think. But it wouldn't be positive, it would be negative. And in this equation, pretend that the horizontal line in Minecraft is the x-coordinate. And this is a positive number, and that is a negative number. That means you would go back 24.4 blocks. To get this into perspective, this corridor is like, I honestly don't know, I'll check. Actually, no, I'm not going to check. I'm not that patient. But 24.4 blocks is quite ridiculous. Now you're probably thinking, that doesn't make any sense. I know, and when I got those calculations, I looked back at them, and I realized it does make sense. But, you know, just one key factor. You would have to have killaura, reach, and of course velocity, to make sure that you would hit the person the exact same amount of blocks every single time. You would hit them 10 clicks in 1 second consistently, and of course reach, because you wouldn't be able to reach anyone past 3 blocks. Now, I changed some of the calculations, and I realized that this one is probably a lot more stable. So in this, I forgot to get into CPS. And let's take the hypothetical in the last equation that I made, and say that you were actually hit back 24.4 blocks. What CPS would you need if you wanted to obtain this? Well, you need a CPS of 24.4. I'm just kidding. Okay, so let's, the reason why 24.4 wouldn't work out, even though it seems like the logical solution, because clicks per second is the number of clicks in 1 second, and since we're talking about seconds here, it's only natural that 24.4 should work, but it doesn't. In order for 24.4 to work out, you would need perfect aim, and I mean perfect aim. Like, in the milliseconds, in the Planck seconds, in between when you were 3 blocks out with nothing, you would need to be able to place a block on the block beside it, and that is in a perfect row. So, let's say that your aim is that of an average bridge player, where it's decently good, but not like God levels, where you can instantly basically God bridge out of thin air. So let's give them the benefit of the doubt and just double that CPS. Because in my opinion, that's what you would need to even get this. And I'd say let's round that up, because you're not going to need 48.8 CPS. No, you're going to need 50 CPS. So, imagine having 50 CPS and getting knocked back 24.4 blocks backwards. You might be able to pull it off. Now, I personally have used autoclicker before. Never on any main servers like Hypixel, but I admit I've used it before. And essentially, autoclicker, I've used it before, and I've played it on servers that have bridge-like things like Hypixel, and I've never made more than an 8-block extension using these. Which leads me to believe that, I don't really know what my conclusion is, I'm just making this up on the spot, guys, but the math is correct. I have a note card with all the math here. It leads me to believe that your aim would have to be Jesus to even pull this off. So let's say then, your CPS was 100, right? Then I give you a 1 in 100 probability of pulling this off. It is so hard to aim with autoclicker. And I mean that in a bad way, in a good way. I don't know what I'm talking about at this point. Anyways, I'll move on to the next point. My next point is, this time I'm going to adjust it for players that are normal. Players that will walk towards you, hit you, and you'll fly back 3 blocks. Which in my opinion is a perfectly reasonable amount, okay? Okay. So, now, let's do the equation again. 5.6 minus 3, which is, I'd say, their CPS. Now, I know what you're thinking. 3 CPS? What? I get 9 or 7 or 6 or 5. It doesn't really matter, CPS. Well, I know what you're thinking. And yes, the person isn't actually getting 3 CPS. What they're actually getting is most likely 6, 7, 8, or 9. But even if you have 20 CPS, you may only hit the person maybe 5 times per second. But we're talking about your average non-Steve player that plays the bridge for fun because his best friend told him about it on YouTube. So let's assume this man has 10 CPS max. So I'm being very, I don't know the word for it, but I'm being very nice with these numbers, okay? If I wanted to, I can make it so Steve hits you 100 times in 1 second. So just appreciate it. Okay, so let's get back to the equation. Let's say Steve hits you 3 times in 1 second, and your average running speed is, again, 5.6. So you would get 5.6 minus 3 multiplied by 3, which is 9. 5.6 minus 9 is equal to negative 3.4. Therefore, the blocks that you would move back in 1 second is 3.4. Now this number seems a lot reasonable. You'd think that in 1 second you would easily move back 3.4. So that's 1, 2, 3. And then let's do just one more block, just to be safe. Because 0.4 block, that would be like right about here, and you'd still have to place the block to even be there. Or maybe you wouldn't, I'm not really sure. I'm not really a mathematician, guys. I just thought of these questions. Now, let's think about this. What would your CPS be to have to go back on a 4 extension? I just fell. Okay, so one thing I want to also say is that most people, when they make a 4 or 3 block extension, are extremely accomplished. Making 4 3-block extensions is very hard for your average bridge player. So in my opinion, this number is still too high. And that is why I created the true knockback number, or true clutch. So essentially, again, when someone hits you, you go back that number of blocks. So if someone hits you, bam, this right here, 4-block true clutch. Because I was continually going back at the same rate of time, or the same rate of speed, in an exact amount of time, which is, I don't really know. I'm dying inside. Yeah, you get the gist, okay? I hope you do. Oh god. Bro, I'm dying. I'm gonna have a glass of water. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I haven't uploaded in like a month. To the person that commented on my last video, you're an absolute legend. I'm not going to post your comment up here because I don't have the editing skills to. I'm going to put some bad music on this, probably some rap track that I found online. I don't even listen to rap, bro. Anyways, insert really bad intro and outro here, okay? Goodbye.